17 Amazing Street Art Photos. Number 17. Icy and Sot. One of the more controversial forms of art is street art because it's most often illegal. While some see it as graffiti, others see it as liberating and expressive. This chimney here in Long Island City, New York, portrays a detailed illustration of the Chrysler Building and the outline of a man hugging it. This was done by the street artists who go by the nickname Icy and Sot. The Iranian brothers show how street art is international, and they often come up with political and human rights issues. Number 16. Eyeball Monster. Imagine walking down the streets of New York and coming across this horrific piece of art. Many aren't thrilled with street art because many of the images can come out disturbing and give children nightmares. This creation by an artist who goes by Buff Monster is supposed to represent how eyes are focused on New York City. Buff Monster is notorious for using the color pink. He's not only restricted to street art and has executed lovely paintings that hang in art galleries as well. Beauty is truly in the eyes of the beholder. Number 15. Alexandre Cato. This Brazilian artist came up with this mural in order to bring attention to race and class issues. The artwork seems to portray an African tribal woman holding onto a bowl in somewhat of a submissive position. This is located in Long Island City in the Queens District. Alexandre Cato is also an educator on artwork and civil rights issues. He uses unique detail on his paintings to add emphasis on contemporary and social issues. Number 14. Charlie Brown, East Village. It's always encouraged that the youth find some time for organized sports and exercise. While East Village might be an upper-class part of New York City, they enjoy the creativity and freedom of expression that comes along with street art. An artist by the name of Jerkface is also known for his humorous depictions of cartoons, and it's not hard to find his murals all over New York. Number 13. Rainbow Rapper. This remarkable piece was put together by two artists, one from Chile and the other from Sweden. The two combined their talents and wanted to break boundaries, especially with street art murals. Some see street art as the most pure form of art that's non-filtered or censored. This helps develop new traditions in the art world. Dacic Fernandez from Chile is now a resident of New York City and is often creating bold and colorful works. His partner in this piece, Ruben 145, is characterized by his geometrical and abstract shapes. Number 12. Projects Painting. This piece of street art is located in Harlem, New York, and portrays a variety of different birds attacking a snake. This immense mural covers the entire side of a building and was done by an artist by the name of Lunar. His style of artwork is normally more groundbreaking, with subjects that refer to politics, injustice, cultural identity, and speaking for the unspoken. Number 11. Mini Armed Angel. This wacky mural was dreamt up by the artist that goes by Zezo, and it features what appears to be an angel mixing up beats on his turntable. His distinct style of artwork is found in many parts of New York City, but this one here is found in East Village of Manhattan. You can tell this complex style must have been a little bit difficult to create. It's clear that Zezo puts a lot of hard work into his pieces. Zezo keeps a few more traditional aspects to his artwork and is often characterized by explosive, colorful, and even creepy pieces in NYC. Number 10. Bunny M's Flower Bearer. Bunny M has tagged up the walls of not only New York City, but New Orleans and Denver as well. Her style is often featured by abstract, surreal women, like you see in this photo. This piece, titled The Flower Bearer, is found in front of an entranceway to an apartment building in Soho, New York City. Her works range from bumper stickers to large-scale apartment murals, and she's kind of a big deal in the street art community. Number 9. Earth Crusher. Okay, you get the idea. New York is a big place to see street art. Now let's look at some street art from around the world. As you probably noticed, most of these artists prefer not to use their real name. 1, because it seems cooler to have a nickname, and 2, because they don't want the cops knocking at their front door. In some senses, it's still sort of vandalism. Earth Crusher came up with this design in Montreal, Canada, which is supposed to symbolize international CEO greed and brainwashing. Number 8. Waxhead. The artist who came up with this goes by the name of Wax, and he's also in Montreal. This artist enjoys simple yet bizarre-looking creatures that seem to be from out of this world. Most of his artwork is just comical, and he doesn't always try to convey a deep message with each work. His style of art almost seems to be inspired by cartoon characters from that show, Adventure Time. You can kind of tell that from this photo. Number 7. Jeff Aerosol. While some artists like to remain anonymous, Jeff Aerosol really isn't one of them. This work of street art is found near l'Église Sainte-Marie in Paris, located just north of Notre Dame. The artist depicts himself in a self-portrait, putting his finger over his mouth to tell people to keep quiet about his vandalism. Other street artists have decided to recently add to this wall. It's easy to find much more vibrant art near his portrait for intricate designs for fountains, one of them being the fountain Sarvisky in this photo. Number 6. Memorial to Diane. Berlin is also home to some of the most fascinating street art in the world. While being used to separate the communist side from the non-communist west side, artists used it as a canvas. This was, of course, only on the west side. Thierry Noir from France claims to be the first one to paint on the wall. Whether this is true or not is unknown, but later in 1998, he painted on a remaining piece in honor of Princess Diana passing away. He's known for his cartoonish styles and has several pieces of art using the pieces of wall as a canvas. This one here with the teal face is displayed in New York City on a segment of the Berlin Wall. Number 5. Creation. This interesting piece of art blends nature with graffiti to create a unique design using the tree leaves as hair. It's believed that this is situated in San Cristobal in the Dominican Republic and was painted by a man named Gabriel Abreu. This artist has left many striking lifelike images around the streets of Santo Domingo, Santiago, and Constanza, to name a few. He's often characterized by his detail and facial features. Number 4. The Twins. Brazil is also home to a thriving street art scene, partially thanks to a graffiti duo by the name of Os Gêmeos, or the Twins in Portuguese. Octavio and Gustavo Pandolfo, both from Sao Paulo, come up with this unreal design and began their careers of spray painting in 1987. Their color designs often have political and social backgrounds to them. They try to add a Brazilian folklore and a hip-hop influence to their artwork. Number 3. Bicycle without brakes. A Brazilian trio who goes by the name of Bicicleta Sem Freio, or Brazilian for bicycle without brakes, came up with this design on the side of a building. They're inspired by pop culture and enjoy adding a psychedelic flair to their artwork, using bright, eye-catching color that makes it hard to miss. They began designing posters for their work, and it got them a lot of attention, and it translated well into street art. Number 2. Banksy. It's difficult to complete this list without getting into a few of Banksy's pieces. He's arguably the most well-known street artist and is known for his controversial street art designs. Banksy from England remains anonymous and began his career with a few other artists named Kato and Tess. He's also anti-capitalist and criticizes society and the media's portrayal of important issues. In this photo, you see a piece of what's known as shop till you drop. He jokes that we can't do anything to change the world until capitalism crumbles. In the meantime, we should all go shopping to console ourselves. Number 1. Girl with a balloon hope. Although this doesn't seem like the most intricate design on the list, and it probably took much less work than basically all of them, Banksy finds a way to compel passersby with their interpretation. Located in London, this is one of Banksy's most well-known pieces. This little girl reaches up to a balloon that is slightly out of her grasp, and behind her states, "There's always hope." Many people have enjoyed this as a design for a tattoo, and it's one of the most talked about pieces of street art today.